Following the Israeli offensives against Rafah since the 6th of May, over 1 million people have been displaced once again, desperately seeking shelter and safety. 1.9 million people are now displaced across Gaza, and I'm deeply concerned about reports of new evacuation orders issued into the area of Khan Younis. Its impact on the civilian population is deep. In Gaza, nowhere is safe.
Osama Nazzal is an occupied West Bank. He's a Palestinian journalist and radio host. Nazzal worked for Voice of Palestine and other Palestinian newspapers in Ramallah and Jenin. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. So, when it comes to military objectives, I think there is consensus among experts that one should listen to the spokesperson of the military or someone from the army. And the military of Israel has said, its spokesperson said not long ago, that eliminating Hamas is impossible because Hamas is an ideology. But here you have the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu boasting about Israel military success in the Gaza Strip, and also saying that Israeli military is very close to eliminating Hamas. So I'm not sure how one should read this.
Really, yeah, it is normal to see the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu bragging about his success in killing over 40,000 Palestinian citizens of Gaza and injuring over 80,000. He is bragging about decimating a whole people, a whole nation. He is bragging about destroying hospitals, clinics, schools, United Nations buildings, housing units. So this is the nature and this is the instinct of the Israeli Prime Minister, who is determined to kill tens of thousands of Palestinians in order to guarantee his stay in office, knowing that this day the war ends, tomorrow he is going to be in the Israeli courts and in the international courts. Now, to avoid that, he is ready to end the existence of all the people of Palestine. The matter is not Hamas, is not any Palestinian political faction. The matter is the existence, the very existence of the Palestinian people, and this what the Israeli occupation government is intent on, ending the existence of the Palestinians, whether in Gaza or in the occupied West Bank and Jerusalem.
Right. Osama, I understand you're not a military expert, but you have closely followed the developments in Gaza, not just this time around, but you also followed Israeli onslaught on Gaza that took place a decade ago or so, in fact, over the past few years. So let me pick your brain on this question. So I understand Israel is still attacking Rafah, but up until last week or so, Rafah was Israeli military's primary target. That's where the most intense attacks were taking place at the time. But now it seems to me intense Israeli attacks have resumed in places like Khan Younis and central Gaza, North Gaza. So how should one read this? Because these are areas where Israeli military was actively engaged in a few months ago. Why have they started to attack these areas again?
Yeah. And this reflects and shows the confusion of the Israeli political and military echelon, as the Israeli officials declared many times that they have, between two brackets, that they finished the mission in North and Middle Gaza, and all that is left Rafah. Now we see today that they are attacking Gaza City, the northern part of Gaza, the Khan Younis. They are preparing also for attacking Khan Younis once again, which shows that the Israeli military and political echelon is really disturbed and confused, and they have no other plan but the plan that we always talk about, which is to decimate Gaza and to achieve the dream of the Israeli officials who used to say that we wish one day we would wake up and find Gaza and its people in the Mediterranean Sea. So this is the plan and this is the scheme that the Israeli occupation has. They are going to keep, resuming, attacking Gaza City, Khan Younis, Rafah again, to make sure that the Gaza Strip will never be fit for a human life. And if you go now to Gaza, you feel that there is no potential for a human life there, as all facilities and any opportunity for life is really dead under the Israeli bombs and the Israeli missiles.
So tell me, what role do you think the international community should play at this point? I understand the international community has been trying over the past few months to stop this onslaught, but all those efforts have yielded no positive results at all.
Yeah, you know, we have witnessed 100 meetings for the different international organizations, including the General Assembly of the United States, the National Security Council, the ICJ, the ICC, and all that we hear as Palestinians is much talk but no action at all. They meet, they talk, they take resolutions while Israel keeps killing the Palestinian children and the Palestinian women. It's killing the Palestinians for 100 times every day from one place to another within the Gaza Strip, and no action is taken against the Israeli occupation. So I don't count as a Palestinian any kind of hope on the international community, as it failed the Palestinians and it failed the public opinion around the world. I think that our world, and for its safety, security, and peace, requires a new international body instead of the current body that was designated by the Americans and the Europeans in order to serve their own interests at the expense of the interest of the poor and the vulnerable peoples.
Osama Nazzal, thanks very much for talking to us here on TRT World. I really appreciate your taking out the time.